And even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
For some rain during this game.
Yeah, I think really the only thing that could potentially stop this Hallsville offense if they play like they did on Saturday would be some inclement weather. I mean, it's windy, and you and I won't be complaining about the sun a whole lot during this one, that's for sure. But it should be interesting to see how this thing plays out, especially if we get closer to 6 when rain is in the forecast. But I'm excited for some softball, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for some softball too, Ben, and we will see, will the rain stay away and come again another day, because like you just said, Hallsville's offense has been electric, especially over this weekend where they finished second in the 35th Hallsville Invitational Softball Tournament, and they're looking to do some damage here against Tolton Catholic.
All right, well, we're going to take a very quick break. First pitch right around the corner. We're going to stand and sing here at the ballpark. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
In today's world, injury prevention is at the top of everyone's list. However, heat-related occurrences get routinely overlooked. Zealous WBGT puts that front and center. By using cutting-edge formulas and technology, Zealous WBGT streamlines and simplifies obtaining and documenting wet bulb globe temperature readings. With a simple touch of a button, you can check WBGT anywhere in the world, receiving alerts when the WBGT goes over the threshold you select. Join the stress-free way to protect student-athletes, employees, and overall operations from extreme heat by downloading the free Zealous WBGT app today. Save time, save money, save lives with Zealous WBGT.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network here at Hallsville High School. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt for some softball action here today. 5 o'clock game between the Hallsville Lady Indians and Tolton Catholic.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we've got in store in this matchup. I mean, Hallsville getting to act like the actual home team in this one. And in the last couple rounds of the tournament, they were the acting away team. But I think especially for Hallsville, I'm excited to see Abby Lear at pitcher. We saw her in Game 2, and she was pretty dominant from start to finish in what was just a couple of games that were dominant for Hallsville. So I think if she can get out in front and counts early and work the strikeout pitch, and I think we're in for a good day out of the junior pitcher.
Yeah, let's see what Lear can do here on the circle today. Getting a few pitches in here, some warm-up pitches before the first batter to lead this game off for Tolton gets this game underway. We will see if that rain stays away, but for right now, we got some softball, and it's time to play.
we got a pretty good uniform matchup here too. The purple tops with the black pants for Hallsville. Meanwhile, Father Tolton with the baby blue on top with the navy blue on the bottom. I think I like the purple versus blue matchup here. A splash of color going on, and hopefully those jerseys don't get darker by some rainfall potentially coming here in an hour or so, and hopefully we can get this varsity game in. I mean, if it goes as fast as they were on Saturday, I think we will.
Yeah, we will see. There's a pitch by Lear and skied up over the fence here behind home plate. Foul ball by the leadoff hitter, Sexer.
Yeah, 6-hour left-handed hitter. I mean, it would have to think she got some good speed at the top of the lineup, and I think for Lear, important just to get off on the right foot. Don't dig yourself a hole early. Try and retire that first batter and get off and run it to start things off.
And 6-hour, she fouls that one back. 0-2 count, so a good start by Lear here for the Indians.
Yeah, very good start here for Lear. Now she can kind of afford to waste a pitch or so in an 0-2 count and hopefully get 6-hour to chase for out number 1.
Here comes the pitch by Lear. She dials it up. And a good hit deep to right field. That's over the head, and it's going to drop down for a double by 6-hour. There she goes now to third, and that's going to be a stand-up triple to lead off the game.
Yeah, that ball was crushed, and right fielder Robbins going way back there. I mean, there was really no chance for her to catch that ball. I think barely missed going off the wall, and it didn't even take a good kick back to Robbins either. It kind of just died there at the wall, and that allowed 6-hour to have more than enough time to get into third base standing. Good hit there to start things.
Great start here for Tolton. Base runner on third with the stand-up triple by 6-hour. Here is number 24, Upte Grove, the shortstop. Ball upstairs by Lear. 1-0 count.
Important here for Lear to try and settle back in best she can. Even if it doesn't mean that the run comes home to score, let the ball be put in play here. Don't be afraid for contact in the set bat.
And another ball upstairs. 2-0 count. Lear got to find her command here. No outs. Runner on third. Here comes the pitch. And she gets it. Good pitch there by Lear, top of the zone.
Yeah, real nice location there. Not a whole lot to do with that as a batter. Perfectly located.
2-1 here on Up to Grove, the shortstop. And that one upstairs again by Lear. She's just missing high and upstairs, just above the top of the zone. 3-1.
The 3-1 count, you're interested to see if Lear really gives Upgrove something to hit or has afforded a walker.
And ball upstairs again and up to Grove. She will walk, so runners at the corner for Tolton. First and third, no outs here, top of the first. Couldn't ask for a better start if you are Tolton.
Yeah, I mean, right away in this ball game, punching Lear and the rest of Hallsville in the mouth, it's going to mean that Hallsville's going to bring the infield in at the corners. And once again, just need a ball put in play or try and get an out.
Bring the infield in just a little bit. And that one just outside again by Lear. Number 5, Eva Viox, the catcher, up now.
I'm interested to know if that name is pronounced Viox or Vo. It wouldn't shock me if it's silent.
Yeah, I wondered.
Nice heads-up base running right there, even though it's a called strike by Tavo, but up to Grove taking second right there, realizing that no throw down was going to be made, and now a world of trouble for Hallsville, second and third with nobody out.
Yes, second and third here for Tolton. And that one's upstairs again, so Lear misses again, and that's another ball upstairs. She's kind of been throwing those high heaters and hasn't been able to command it.
Yeah, she just hasn't had the same command of the strike zone that we saw on Saturday. You know it's in there because we just saw it 48 hours ago, but got to find it.
Second and third. Eva Viox lays down the bunt. She's going to get it, but they got the runner in a pickle here at third. And they got her.
Yeah, that's an excellent play by Lear, running the runner back towards third base and then throwing on over to the third baseman for Hallsville. Believe on over there. Yep, that's Lucas at third base who dropped down the tag, and Sexaver caught way too far off the bag. Not good base running on the bunt, and that's exactly what you need. No run comes across and an out recorded.
Well needed for Hallsville there, especially to get the lead runner that was at third. Great job by Lear catching her in a pickle and getting Sexauer at third with the throw back to the third baseman and Lucas to get her out on the tag as she tried sliding back to third.
Yeah, it was just good fundamentals by both Lear and Lucas on the tag and the rundown.
Here comes the pitch by Lear. This one fouled back at the fence.
Pitcher versus pitcher matchup here in Geen versus Lear, and especially now you try and roll one up for a double play. You could get out of this inning with no runs scored after having second and third, nobody out.
Right about that, Ben. Geen up here for Tolton. Good pitch by Lear, and she gets the call. So 0-2 count here on Geen. 1 out here in the top of the first. 0-0.
Starting to see some signs here of Lear settling in. Maybe if you get the strikeout right here, I mean, could really set her into a roll.
Runners on first and second. This one fouled back and just over our heads behind the bleachers where the fans of the Indians are at, just behind us. Ben, I know you said you have very good reflexes, but I don't know if you could have caught that one right there.
It would take a very specific foul ball for us to grab it. You have to go straight up and almost come down right on this side of the fence.
Yes, true. You're right about that. There's the pitch by Lear, and she strikes her out. Great pitch, and back-to-back great plays by Lear.
Yeah, Lear's starting to show some signs of locking in and maybe pulling off the magic deck. Second and third, nobody out. Now with 2 outs, no runs have scored, and runners on first and second. This would be one heck of a job by Lear, but she's got one more big out to get.
Yes, can Lear pull out the magic wand and find a way to get Hallsville out of this inning? So runners still at first and second. 2 outs here, top of the first. Strobel, the third baseman, up now for Tolton. Good pitch by Lear. And 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Be huge here for Lear to attack the strike zone against Strobel, look for a second straight strikeout, and send us scoreless to the bottom of the first.
And good pitch just to the outside, inside part of the zone. And good eye right there by Strobel.
Well, I'll tell you what, when first pitch got underway here, I was really thinking we were going to see rain. It was a lot of wind, but it has honestly died down in the last 10 minutes.
I did too, yeah. And oh my goodness, Strobel gets hit off the head. She gets hit on the melon there, the helmet. Good thing she's okay.
I think thankfully, I believe that got like the brim of the helmet. And
yes.
She honestly didn't even flinch. She ran down to first base.
She did.
So
got to give her a lot of credit there taking that hit because, man, that would have shooken me up right there.
Yeah, off the helmet. You don't usually see circumstances as good as that, but thankfully Strobel is all right.
Yes.
Now bases loaded though for Lear.
Yes.
Needs to get one more
bases loaded for Tolton. 2 outs here in the top of the first. What can Lear do here to get the Lady Indians out of the inning with a clean scathe of no runs?
I like the stirrups that May and the rest of Father Tolton's donning in this one.
Yes, May now due up for Tolton. The 6th hole hitter of this Tolton Catholic lineup. And we got a little pause here. Third base coach.
Yeah, I think after that foul ball against May, coach is taking the opportunity just to kind of tell her, don't try and do too much here. Put the ball in play and good things will happen, especially with multiple runners on. Force Hallsville to make the play.
Yep.
You're just asking for contact right here out of May.
Yep, just be smart. Don't try and do too much. Here comes the pitch by Lear. And down at the knees.
Nice work there behind the plate.
That's going to be ball 3.
Blake Moore had to move to her left to secure that one.
Or excuse me, 2-1 is the count.
Important that Lear doesn't let it get to a 3-ball count right here.
And good pitch by Lear, and May is not able to make contact on that pitch. Strike 2, 2-2.
Well, one more pitch to go for Lear to get out of this inning with no damage done. Let's hope she can fire one more. I'm expecting her to bring the heat right here in a 2-strike count, especially with the
good pitch by Lear. Doesn't get the call by the home plate umpire. Just misses. 3-2, so we got a full count here.
I think
bases loaded.
You got to give May something to hit here. Force her to put it in play. Don't give her a free pass. Even if it's something right down the middle, she's been late on that pitch already.
Can Lear pull out the magic wand in the back of her pocket? And a great stop by Lear, and she's going to throw it over to first, and that's going to be the ending out of the inning. So what a job by the Hallsville Indians, getting out clean scathed. 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Tolton leaves all runners on, and Hallsville will be due up.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. We are now to the bottom of the first inning after a wild top of the first to get this one started here in Hallsville between the Hallsville Indians and Tolton Catholic. Lear, the pitcher for the Indians, got out of a bases loaded jam. And Tolton strands all the runners, all the ducks on the pond, and Lear pulled out her magic wand out of the back of her pants, and she did the magic trick. Bippity boppity boo. Great job by Lear helping out the defense of Hallsville, and they get out of the top of the first, not giving up any runs. And now here, due up for the Indians is Jones to lead off the bottom of the first against pitcher Gwynn for Tolton. And that one chopped back. What a catch!
Oh, that's a
by
great
the catcher. So Jones tried to lay down a bunt there to lead off here in the bottom of the first. That first pitch of the at bat, but what a catch by the catcher! She dove out and made a great grab.
Yeah.
Eva Viox, my goodness, laying out, sliding in the dirt. What a catch.
Catcher Vox out of the crouch there on the bunt by Jones. I mean, that's one heck of an athletic play. I don't know how she tracked that down over her shoulder. Great work there for out number one.
Yeah, she laid out and made a heck of a catch. And a strike upstairs. What a pitch by Gwynn. So 0-1 count on Crocker, the shortstop here for the Indians. And Gwynn's pitch down in the dirt, 1-1 count.
Couple hitters at the top of this lineup today for Hallsville. Also had great days on Saturday, and that includes Crocker at the plate right here. Hopefully that can continue with her, and then Lucas on deck.
Yes. Crocker, good eye. Gwynn, good pitch upstairs, but just misses the top of the zone. 2-1 count, so 2 balls, 1 strike on Crocker. See what she can do here. 1 out away here in the first. And a strike upstairs. What a pitch by Gwynn. And Tolton fans liking the pitch. Hallsville fans not. They thought that was high up and away, but Tolton gets the call. 2-2. So full count here on Crocker. Let's see what will Gwynn dial up here on this pitch. 3-2. We got a full count on Crocker. Here comes the pitch. And that one's low and away. Great eye by Crocker. And she's going to head on to first.
Yeah, that's a real nice take there by Crocker in a full count pitch, as that one looked like it was going to start at the lower outside part of the plate for a strike and then dove out of the zone. That's some good discipline right there to take that. Now you give Lucas coming up a chance to do some damage with a runner on base. Someone in Lucas who hit a 2-run homer on Saturday.
Yes, Madison Lucas, the senior, on Saturday during the Invitational. She had a home run to the splash zone, the target zone out there in right center. She crushed that one over the EP sign in right center. Let's see what she can do here. One runner on, one out, bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch. And a good hit there by Lucas, but the second baseman's going to go to second there for one. And they get Crocker at second. So Lucas hits it to the second baseman. She flips it over to the shortstop to get the lead runner. And we are 2 down here in the bottom of the first with Lear up to bat.
Good smooth play there, the second baseman Trim going to second base for one, and then good hustle on the other end by Lucas busting up the line to avoid an inning-ending double play.
Yes. Here is Lear going to pitch upstairs, ball one, just a little bit above the zone. Catcher there for Tolton. Eva Viox looked like she was going to try and throw it over to the first baseman to try and get Lucas at first. She was kind of leading off there, but Lucas stays put. There's the pitch by Gwen. And they throw it over to first, and no, Lucas gets back in time. So great job by the catcher, Viox, throwing it over there and keeping her put at first.
That was a nice tag there by the first baseman down at the other end, Mills. And it was a close play. Lucas had to go back in head first. She was back in safely, though.
Yes, Margot Mills. So 2-1 count on Lear. Quinn with the pitch. And just below the knees. That's going to be ball 3. So 3-1 count on Lear. Got the green light here, right, Ben?
I would think so. Lear's been a pretty good hitter these last couple days. I would give her the green light.
And there's the green light. Oh, my goodness, was that crushed? That's way back, and that's way gone.
That's why you gave her the green light.
My goodness. That was gone from the point of the bat hitting the softball. My goodness, was that crushed, and that took orbit. That might have went to the moon, Ben.
Yeah, that's by far the furthest home run we've seen hit in these last couple days. Opposite field tower. I mean, that's where the big guns hit it right there, and Lear just took that one, like you said, no doubt off the bat, and I think good call on the green light there in a 3-ball count. Maybe they should let us be out there and coach, because we would have given her the green light, and obviously she took it.
I didn't want to jinx her right there, but what a hit, and she definitely connected, and she crushed that softball. My goodness, was that thing obliterated over the right center field wall.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can do timing-wise. I mean, all over that pitch. Man, that was I would have loved to have the stats on the exit velo and the distance traveled on that one.
For sure. 2-0 now. Lady Indians Hallsville up after Lear smokes a home run to right center. And a big crushing blow to Tolton and Gwyn here, who had been pitching really well. But now Tolton in a hole here, down 2-0. They got 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. But let's see what Blakemore can do right here.
Blakemore at a little different spot in the lineup. We saw her hit 3rd and 4th a lot on Saturday. Now it moved down to 5th, but still a chance to do some good work here at this spot in the lineup.
There's a pitch by Gwyn, and that one just a little outside. 3-0 count, so we got a green light. Yeah, here again for Blakemore. Let's see what she does with the green light.
I wouldn't be shocked if she takes here.
And good pitch by Gwyn.
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah, good take, but
all the way.
Yeah, she looked like right there that Blakemore was taking. She did not want to swing at that pitch. Good pitch by Gwyn. Now 3-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here comes a pitch. Oh, jeez.
She's
And
okay.
now,
off the helmet again.
Yes. Now Blakemore is hit, so Tolton player has been hit in the helmet, and now a Hallsville player. Luckily, both of them okay.
You could go a whole
And-
month without seeing a player hit in the helmet by a baseball or a softball on a pitch, and yet
Yes.
we've had 2 in 1 inning of play.
I know.
Thankfully, I think both of them have caught it about as good as you can, and I don't think either of them were on fast pitches either. But I do like the decision here to go out and have a quick chat with the pitcher on the mound for Tolton and Ginn. So I think after the home run and then falling behind 3-0 and the hit by pitch there, I mean, certainly needs to settle back down because she looked so good for the first 2 batters and retired 2 good hitters, 2 in Jones and then Crocker reached, but she got Jones on the fielder's choice. So time to settle back in. Still very, very early in this game, and not Hallsville, Father Tolton could use her to work deep into this ball game.
Yes. So let's see what Tolton can do here, especially Gwen, after the mound visit that they just had. All the players coming in, talking to her, and the head coach as well, trying to get her locked in and calm down just a little bit. You know, that pitch got away. It's not like she was intentionally trying to hit her or anything,
Absolutely
but good thing
not.
Blakemore was okay.
Well, with Austin coming to the plate, it looks like the third baseman for Tolton, Strobel, is pulled way in. She's almost even with the pitching circle.
Yes, Strobel has moved in about 3 or 4 feet up from the third base bag. That one way upstairs, so wild pitch there, and
now the throw goes into center
Blakemore
field.
is going to go to third, and she's going to get out.
They throw her out
They
at
got
third.
her. So they got her at third. So Gwen's pitch sailed wide, went over the catcher, hit the backstop. They throw it to second, went wide at the second baseman. She goes to third. They get her out. That's the inning. So Lady Indians up 2-0 here on Tolton. We're going to take a quick break here on the Show Me Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. We are now to the top of the second inning here in Hallsville between the Hallsville Indians and Tolton. Hallsville up 2-0 after a home run. That was a shot to right center field by Lear to break this one wide open, 2-0 for the Indians.
Helped herself out right there, and now the best thing she can possibly do on the mound is keep Tolton off the board, Father Tolton off the board, and don't let them grab any momentum.
So Lear's pitch here to start off the top of the second, just below the knees,
Looks
and
like
ball one.
We're going to have bottom of the order in Lawless, Trim, then Lukey 7, 8, 9 in it, and hopefully, well, like I said, Lear can make quick work.
Yes. Lawless is up to bat here to lead off the top of the second for Tolton.
These Hallsville fans show out once again, and bleachers behind us pretty much completely packed here on a Monday 5 p.m. game.
Yes, they are here, and they are very supportive, and so far, so good. No rain.
Yes.
Yes, no rain.
JV game may be impacted, but
Yeah, we will see if that changes eventually. Weather is always changing. I know we are always changing as well, Ben. And not getting any younger, that's for sure. But we are glad to be here
Absolutely.
with all the fans here at Hallsville softball field. And thank you to all the listeners and all you guys listening. And what a job there by Lear to make Lawless hit into the shift of the second baseman, and they get her out at first. So great start.
Yeah, smooth defensive play, ground ball to Daly at second base, up with it, and no problem throws on over to first to easily get out number one, and that's exactly what you like to see. And now off and running in the second is Lear.
So here is Trim, the second baseman, 0-0 for Tolton. 1 out here in the top of the second. Let's see if she can get something going here for Tolton. There's the pitch by Lear. Good pitch, but umpire says it was a little high and upstairs. 2-0. See if Lear can dial down and get a strike right here. Good pitch, and she gets it. 2-1.
Much better command here in this inning. You saw some wildness on the walk and a hit by pitch in the first, but so far Lear dialed in this second inning, and that's exactly what you'll love to see. I had to throw a lot of pitches in the first.
And another great pitch by Lear. So back-to-back great pitches, which ending up in strikes to even up the count. 2-2 here on Bella Trim, the second baseman for Tolton. Here comes a pitch by Lear, and she smokes it by her. Strike 3. There goes Trim back to the dugout, and 2 down here in the top of the second.
Excellent pitch, moving its way towards the top of the strike zone. Had some late gas on it, and blew that one by Trim. Lear looks, even though she didn't give up a run in that first inning, just looks nice, night and day difference. Much more commanding of the strike zone. Seems like she's out in front of everyone, and love what I've seen to the first 2 batters of this next inning.
Yes. Lear is locked in here. And again, another great pitch by Lear, and that's fouled back. Nina Luecki.
Same thing once again. And now ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Lear can afford to try and mix and match which pitches she wants and try and get Lukey to either chase or roll over into an out.
So here's Lukey here, and she laces that one, but that's fouled on the third base line. So 0-2 count here. Lear is all dialed in. Let's see what Lukey can do. Can she find a way to get something going, or will it be 3 up, 3 down for Tolton?
I'm thinking Lear goes top of the zone here, maybe even a little bit out of it, make Blakemore move the glove up and try and get Lukey to chase.
Good pitch, just outside.
It wasn't necessarily that high, but it was off the outside part of the plate, and Lukey not willing to try and go up to get it.
Yeah, good pitch, though, by Lear, just a little bit outside of the strike zone. A 1-2, good eye again by Lukey. That's now 2-2 count, all even. See what Lear can do here. Can she retire the side?
Lukey's choked way up on that bat. Just trying to put it in play.
And Lukey puts this one in play just over the third baseman. Gets down, base hit to left field by Lukey. Good at bat.
That was an incredible 2-strike approach. Laid off a couple pitches with 2 strikes and then takes that one to left field. You could tell choking up on the bat. She was just trying to make contact, put it in play, good things happen. And that one, like you said, lined over the third baseman. Lucas had no shot, and then Austin coming in had no choice but to play it on a hop. That was a good piece of hitting right there.
All right, so now we're back to the top of the order here. 6 hour is up here.
Fouled that one straight back. So, you know, she had it timed pretty well, just gets underneath it. And if she times that one up, that's a pitch she could potentially pull down the right field line as a left-handed hitter.
So 0-1 count. Lear still dialed in, even though she just gave up the hit to Lukey. And this one fouled back at the fence again. My goodness, I'm glad the fence is here because she has found those back.
I want a chance to grab one, though. They can take away the fence. I'll reach out with the bare hand and snag it.
Yeah, I would love to see that, Ben, but
days.
That's all we need. I do not need a trip to the ER.
You're driving, so fine with me.
Yeah. And here's the pitch. Good pitch by Lear. Ball just a little outside.
Yeah, starting to notice that when Lear's gotten to 2 strikes,
1 and 2.
She has gone up in the zone trying to get hitters to chase. It has happened a couple times, but not in these last 2 at-bats, and Tolton's still alive here in the inning.
Let's see what 6 hour can do right here, and she fouls this one back again. So she is fouling some Ball's back here at the fence that I don't know if I could catch. I know Ben says he can catch them, but man, they're coming back with some heat.
She's working a good at bat, I'll say that much. Not out in front or behind really into these, just a little bit underneath it, and we'll see if she can eventually time up Lear. Hopefully for Lear's sake, she strikes her out.
Lear, another good pitch, and she gets her to chase on the outside. So Sexauer goes down, and that's the inning. Tolton leaves a runner on at first. Indians still up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. It is now the bottom of the second. Hallsville Indians up 2-0 here on Tolton. And the lead-off batter to start off the bottom of the second is Carissa Austin.
Well, Austin bats from the left side and hopefully just put the ball in play because she had some good speed on a couple different chances on Saturday, and you like her chances. And I think Tolton recognizes that because at the corners, infielders are pulled weight in, maybe even expecting a bunt.
So Marissa Austin, the leadoff batter here for the Indians. Strike one, swing and miss. Good pitch by Gwen.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off, but regardless, she was at the plate last inning when the throwout at third base ended. So new life here for her in this at bat.
All right, here comes the pitch by Gwen, and Austin lays down a bunt, and she's gonna get there. Oh, no, I thought she was safe, but they called her out. So the first base umpire calls her out. They just got the throw over there in time. Great job by Austin.
It was a bang-bang play.
Yeah, it was a bang-bang play, that's for sure. And now the head coach comes over to the first base bag to talk with the first base umpire, and he's not too happy.
Well, I think maybe because he just stepped on the bag that the bag may not be, like, locked in all the way. That could be something because now they're going over to talk about it.
And now they're going to talk about it.
Austin's still standing at first base, so maybe they believe that she was safe. Like we said, bang-bang play.
Yeah.
Nice job off the mound by Gwen as she had to come in towards the plate and as a lefty turn her body all the way around and then throw a dart to first base. And they're going to stick with the out call, so they go towards first and rule out. I don't think the coach for Hallsville really likes it.
So the coach for Hallsville not too happy about that. They came together, they discussed the home plate umpire and the first base umpire, but they will not change the call.
It was interesting because the head coach for Hallsville, Ryan Crane, I believe it was the head coach Ryan Crane, one of the Hallsville coaches, actually stepped on the first base bag, which led me to believe maybe something was wrong with it, but not to be.
So 1 out here. Austin goes down as the leadoff hitter to start off the bottom of the second. 1 out.
Well, star of the show on the circle on Saturday, Wildenhain now with a chance to do something.
Yes, Wildenhain
up one heck of a day.
Yeah, Wildenhain had a great tournament on Saturday.
Well, one of the pitchers for Hallsville already went deep. Maybe Wildenhain can do the second, following the footsteps of Lear last inning with the 2-run bomb.
Yeah, let's see what Wildenhain does here. Here comes the pitch by Gwynn. And Wildenhain fouls that one back over the concession stand.
Well, Hallsville's sitting comfortable right now, 1 out into the bottom of the second, up 2-0. But I think you want to keep yourself from getting comfortable. Continue to tack on runs against Tolton, and if you keep this thing at 2-0, we could be sitting here in the 5th, and Tolton could push across a few, but give yourself a chance here to tack on and put it out of reach early.
And a good pitch by Gwen, but a great job by Wildenhain to hold off there. Looked like she wanted to go around, and she holds up. So 2-2 count on her. 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. And another pitch upstairs at the shoulders. Good eye by Wildenhain.
Yeah, she's taken a couple nice pitches here in this at-bat, especially that one moving up near the top of the zone. I'm sure looks appetizing, but good work there to lay off of it and not go chasing, because you're not going to do a whole lot with that pitch unless you really go up to get it.
Yeah, 2-2 count here. On the outside, so excuse me, there's a 3-2 count, and she walked her. So now Wildenhain is at first. Good at bat by her.
Yeah, that was a very good at bat. Especially, it seems like that Wildenhain has a good eye of the top of the strike zone, and now you turn it over to Robbins, who will come up hitting at the bottom of the lineup, and with a runner on first, put one in the gap and maybe add on to that 2-0 lead.
Robbins, number 15, the right fielder, up to bat here now with Wildenhain on first. She's kind of leading off a little bit there.
On that ball one, nice block by Vox behind the plate. She had to slide out of the right side of the strike zone and turn the glove over to bring that one in. That's a pitch you see a lot of times go between the legs or kick off and allow a runner to advance. But nice work there. It made it look easier than it is.
Yeah, great block there by Vox. She has done a great job behind the plate. So a attempted bunt there by Robbins goes off the dirt and bounces back behind home plate, so foul ball.
Like the idea there, especially trying to get the runner up into scoring position. Just couldn't get it down in fair territory. Let's see if she tries it again.
Here comes the pitch by Gwen. She's dialing it up, and there it comes upstairs, and a good pitch back by Viox. She throws it over to first just to keep Wildenhain there. I like the idea of throwing it over there and telling Wildenhain, you better be careful with leading off too much.
Yeah, it was a nice throw down and then a pretty quick tag by Mills there, the first baseman. But Wildenhain back in plenty of time. I'm sure it's at least in her mind, though, now at this point to not get too big of a lead. Don't think we'll see her go in motion at any point.
Going with the pitch, and that one is down and gets away from the catcher, and a great job by Wildenhain. She saw it wasn't even getting to the plate before it hit the ground. It skipped once before it came across home plate, then took a bounce off to the right, and then the catcher had to go after it.
Good read by Wildenhain, especially since it kicked off towards for the first base side. She got a good view at it and was able to see that she could easily make it to second base standing.
Wildenhain at second, and that one's fouled off over the dugout and over the fence, foul.
Yeah, good contact, but just laid on it there, and now going to have to come back to the box and try and straighten it out. Robbins a chance to really get something going before we go back to the top of the lineup in Jones. And excuse me, we got one more. We got Daly on deck, but chance here to make some noise in the lower lineup hitters.
Yes, 3-2 count, full count here on Robbins. Wildenhain is at second, and that one skips down in the dirt and a ball 4. So back-to-back base runners have been walked by Gwynn here in the second with only 1 out here in the bottom.
Yeah, and some impressive plate discipline as well in back-to-back trips for Wildenhain and Robbins. When they got the 3-ball counts, they were not willing to expand the zone. Well, certainly willing to sit back and take a ball, and now you bring up Daly in an RBI opportunity.
So Daly,
especially putting pressure on the pitcher.
Yes, putting a lot of pressure on Gwynn. Good pitch, but good eye by Daly. No call there of a strike by the home plate umpire. That's going to be a ball. So 1 out. Oh, excuse me, that was a strike. I didn't see his hand signal there. 0-1 count on Daly, and then she fouls that one off. So 0-2.
Work to do in a 2-strike count now, and you'd like to see, at the very least, force Gwynn to throw some balls here, work the count, especially after back-to-back appearances where that ended in walks at the bottom of the lineup. You'd like to see a little bit more work deeper into the count.
Yes. Runners at first and second for the Indians. Daly up here, good eye there. 1-2 count on Daly. Let's see if Tolton can get out of this half inning here, bottom of the second, without giving up any runs. They need it, especially with Hallsville already up 2-0 here early in this game, and smokes it by Daly, and she goes down swinging. So a K there for Gwynn.
Yeah, a good bounce back there after back-to-back walks. She seemed much more inclined to attack the strike zone, and that's exactly what she did against Daly. Blew a fastball by her for strike 3, and now you go back to the top. Excellent speed in Jones coming up, so there's a shot here if she puts on the ground to maybe load up the bases. She can beat out an infield single.
So 2 outs here in the top of the second. Runners at first and second still.
Bunt shown and then pulled back there by Jones for ball 1, but it certainly looks like she's inclined to lay one down, and Tolton is certainly expecting it. The third baseman for Tolton, that's Strobel over there. She came crashing way in when that pitch was delivered. She was only a couple steps from the batter's box when that one was in the glove for ball 1.
Yes, Wilden Hain at second. Robbins at first. Jones up here, showing bunt, and a good stop by Viox.
Well,
the catcher, and then what was the ruling?
They rule
there,
that
Ben?
Jones didn't pull the bat back in time, and the coach at third cannot believe it. He's coming down to talk. I don't think Jones could believe it either. It looked like she pulled that bat back in plenty of time, and what should have been an easy ball too. But the home plate umpire ruling that it's still broken the plane at that point, and it's a tough call. And Jones still doesn't like it, but it doesn't go her way. And hopefully now, best thing she could do is, after not getting that call, is turn one around and
so
put
they
it in
changed
play.
the call there.
No,
it
stayed
Oh,
one
it
and
stayed.
one, yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad there.
No, it's just a tough play overall, because that clearly looked like it should have been pulled back for 2-0.
Yeah. So 1-1. They call it a strike. It looked like there, like we were just saying, and Ben was saying, it looked like a ball, and she did pull it back, but the home plate umpire said otherwise, and head coach for Hallsville is not too happy about that. What a bunt there by Jones, and she gets thrown out again at first. What a job by Viox, the catcher, throwing it over to first to get her again. So Jones thought she laced down another great bunt, another bang play, and Tolton comes away with it. So that's this second inning, 2-0 Indians. Here on the Show Me Sports Network, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. Top of the third inning here. Hallsville up 2-0. Tolton, what a job getting out of the second inning there. Bottom of the second there by Viox. Throw to first base to get out Jones, which was a bang play. And now they are due up here, number 24. Updegrove, the shortstop, to lead off the top of the third. That one fly ball, and that's going to be over the fence, foul down the right field line. So it looked like it was going to stay fair, and then it hooked foul.
Yeah, a couple different Hallsville players going after it, including the second baseman Daly and the right fielder Robbins, but no one was going to have a play because it was out of play.
So Here comes the pitch by Lear. She's still in here for the Indians. That one down and away, down at the dirt. And good eye by Uptake Grove.
If Lear has an inning anywhere near her second inning of work, and then we're in for a good top of the third.
And a good pitch right there by Lear. And he
Just
says
missed.
that was a little outside. Wow. Great location, great spot, but did not get the call.
Yeah, that did not miss being a strike by a whole lot, I'll tell you that much.
And a good pitch there, and that one's going to foul over the Tolton dugout and actually hits the roof.
Well, now in a 2-strike count, you just hope that Lear can come with a pitch to try and punch out another batter. Certainly found the strikeout stuff last inning, and now here against Upton Grove, a chance to get one and start her inning off right on the right track, still pitching a shutout.
Let's see what she can do here. Keep the shutout alive.
Full count pitch coming.
Full count, 3-2. Here comes the pitch by Lear, and that one's upstairs, and ball 4. So Uptake Grove, the shortstop, gets another walk. So she has walked twice in her 2 at-bats.
That was a good take there, top of the zone, and despite Blakemore trying her best to bring that one back down a little bit, it was high for sure, and that's just a patient at-bat, a good at-bat against a tough hitter. That's why she's hitting near the top of the lineup, because she takes pitches like that.
So here's the catcher, Eva Viox, and she fouls that one down the third base line.
Lucas gave it a good run over there up against her own dugout, but just didn't have enough to run it down. It just didn't hang up in the air long enough.
Yeah, love the hustle by the third baseman, Lucas, for the Indians. So Eva, the catcher, up to bat here. Runner on for Tolton. No out. She lays down the bunt. Great play by Wildenhain, the first baseman, to come and get it, but sails over the head of the second baseman, and that's going to be an error. And now first and third. So that really hurt there for the Indians.
Yeah,
with a wild throw by Wildenhain.
Looks like I think that it actually may be Haley Martin there playing first base. I was with you. I thought that was Wildenhain, but that's actually Haley Martin. And she had plenty of time there, came in, made the throw, and then they would have easily gotten Vox out at first base, but sends it into right field, and instead of getting it out, now first and third.
Yeah, so Tolton now with runners at second and third. It was first and third, but Eva Viox steals from first to second, and now they got runners in scoring position, second and third. A lot of pressure here on Lear.
Same situation as the first.
Yes, you're right about that, Ben. 2-0 still Indians, but no outs here in the top of the third.
In a 1-1 count right here, you'd like to see Lear work ahead. That way she can afford to miss with a few pitches rather than fall behind 2-1.
1-1 count on the pitcher, and she smokes it by her. So 1-2 count here on Kate.
Good pitch, top
Gwynn.
of the zone, and tried to go up to get it there for Tolton, but just could not catch up with the speed-wise, and now Gwynn's going to have to really go to battle. She's trying to help herself out on the mound.
Yeah, let's see what Gwynn can do here. Runners at second and third for Tolton. She smacks that one, and that's going to get down. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Eva Viox. She comes to the plate, and she scores 2. So an 2 RBI double by the pitcher, Kate Gwynn, for Tolton.
Yeah, Gwynn smoked that ball to the left center field alley. Both run-producing hits have gone to opposite field, and that one right there was no chance for Jones, the center fielder, to track it down. It was hit on a line, and one hopped there into the alley. More than enough time for not only the runner on third to score, but Viox to come all the way around from second. That's just a good piece hitting, and now we're tied.
So now 2-2. Tolton ties it up here in the top of the third. What a job by them getting right back in this game after Hallsville initially got off to the early lead, scoring the first 2 runs of this game, and now we got a tie ball game, 2-2 here. Runner on second, the pitcher Kate Gwynn for Tolton, and now up to bat number 4, Montana Strobel, the third baseman. And a good pitch. Strike 1 there by Lear. Getting back into the box, fixing her batting gloves, repositioning her bat is Madison Strobel. Here comes the pitch by Lear, and smokes it by her again. Strobel behind now, 0-2 in the count. Runner at second.
Like you see the rebound here by Lear. Brand new ball game. It's basically like it's 0-0 once again. And now the main focus has to be keeping that go-ahead run at second.
Good pitch. That one fouled back, and that one's over in the field just behind us. And still a 1-2 count.
Clearly trying to go up high there in a 2-strike count to get a chase. Couldn't get it.
Yeah, Montana Strobel fouls that one back. Here comes the pitch by Lear. And another one fouled back and over the fence back behind us. And I didn't even look up for that one. I'm glad it didn't land in my vicinity because I would not have been ready. And Lear looking to dial up the pitch again. Strobel getting her feet planted in the dirt, kicking around the dirt a little bit. Here comes the pitch, and Strobel goes for it. That one was down in the dirt, and they are able to get her out at first. Good job there by the defense, and Lear making her chase at a pitch that was way down in the dirt. I'm surprised she made contact, came back to Lear. She throws it over to the first baseman.
Yeah, and a ground ball back to Lear. Like to see she was cool, calm, and collected. Took her time and delivered a perfect throw. And although the run does move up to third base on the play, give yourself a chance now, at least after getting one out, to do some damage.
Yeah, great stop again by Lear. Throws it over to first, and there we go. So back-to-back outs there by the Hallsville defense, able to make the hitters of Tolton hit into some trouble. And
even better right there, the run does not come home to score from third on that ground ball because Lear picked it up and immediately looked the runner back to third before she threw to first. She's not paying attention. There's a chance that runner scores, but she makes the heads-up play of looking her back.
Yes, great job by Lear. Heads-up play there. Fouled back by number 12, Ava Lawless. Ava Lawless, the right fielder. 0-1 count on her. Runner still at third with 2 outs. Great job by the Indians getting back-to-back outs on Montana Strobel and Kennedy May. Can they find a way to keep this thing tied with the runner at third? Lear, all she needs to do here is get Lawless to hit into trouble or strike out. One and 2 on Lawless.
Even though this is just a 2-2 game, both offenses are making opposing pitchers work. No quick and easy outs for the most part.
And good pitch by Lear. And, man, that one comes back at me. And for a sec, I flinched, yeah. So Ava Lawless able to foul that one back, and she stays in it. But that softball for a sec I thought was, well, it did come right at me, and I did flinch.
There's just a big chain link fence in the way between you and the field.
Yeah, I'm glad that fence is in front of us, that's for sure. Good hit by Lawless. Is that going to get down? No, it's not. Great catch by the center fielder, Jones, for the Indians. So the Indians get out of the top of the third. They give up 2 runs, though. We got a tie ball game here on the Show Me Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this game.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Goodell Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Goodell's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Bottom of of the third inning we go on the Show Me Sports Network. Ben Schmidt, Justin Kraft, happy to bring you all of tonight's coverage. And Hallsville's got work to do now. Just gave up the lead, and now we'll see if they can steal that momentum right back coming to the plate on offense.
Yeah, let's see what Hallsville can do right here. Tie ball game, 2-2, bottom of the third, as Gwynn, the pitcher for Tolton, is still in the circle.
Hallsville's made her work, that's for sure, but only giving up 2 runs has to be feeling good about that performance so far, and hopefully Hallsville could change things. We know what happened to them because we saw them score 16 runs in 2 games on Saturday, so
yes.
The offense is in there somewhere.
Very high-powered scoring offense. Good pitch by Gwynn there. Fouled back by Crocker, and that one's back behind the fence over by the concession stand.
This game would not be good for that hour, 15-minute time limit we had on Saturday because we're about an hour in and we're just in the bottom of the third, 2-2. And that's just because a lot of deep counts, a lot of innings with runners on base. I don't think we've had a 1-2-3 inning yet on either side.
Yeah, you're right about that, Ben. 2-2, bottom third. Here comes a pitch by Gwynn. And that one looked like kind of came out of her hand, kind of slow. Crocker didn't want any part of it. Good job by her, 1-1. So here comes the pitch. And that one smoked by Crocker, and she's now down in the count, 1-2. So pitcher's count here for Quinn. See what number 7, Crocker, the shortstop, can do for the Hallsville Indians. And, whoa, that one way upstairs. That one went over the umpire.
Gwynn was laughing as soon as I left her hand. I think that was supposed to be an off-speed pitch that certainly just slipped out of the hand because it had no velocity on it and went to the backstop on the fly. And it's good that she's able to laugh about it. She's still smiling out there. I think the coach was as well.
She is definitely smiling. That pitch got away from Gwynn. I don't think she had a butter fingers before the game. But that one slipped off her fingers and went way over Eva Viox, the catcher for Tolton. But here's Crocker leading off at the bottom of the third. She stands back in. And that one popped up. So Gwen gets her to fly out to the first baseman. Good catch there by Margot Mills, the first baseman.
Yeah, Mills moving over to her right, especially on a ball that Crockett hit pretty high up into the air. Good work to just track that one all the way down. That's a play you see certainly where you lose it because it's hanging up in the air so long or it hits off the glove, but good sound catch right there.
Yes, good catch there. So Crocker goes down, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 2-2. Number 5, Lucas here, the third baseman, up now to bat. She's in the box, repositioning her hands on her baseball/softball bat. That one down in the dirt.
They could use another homer from her right now. That'd be good timing.
They sure could. The splash zone / target zone is the EP sign out there in right center. We have seen a lot of softballs in the last couple days end up over that part of the fence.
I don't think we've seen any hit to left field, and it's the same down the same line, left field and right field, 190. But we've seen either that right center field part, as you just mentioned, and then I think we saw one pulled to right, but none down the left field line. When will we see one turned out there?
Yeah, we will see. Good eye by Lucas.
And it's not like we don't have right-handed hitters. Crocker's a righty, Lucas, Lear, Blakemore. I mean, that's 4 right-handed hitters in a row, but just haven't. It's all gone to center field or right center.
Yep, center and right center where that EP sign is here at Hallsville Softball Park. And another good eye by Lucas. And so she's going to take first. Great job by Lucas. Good eyes, good at bat. Way to be disciplined. So with 1 out, Abby Lear is up to bat here with Lucas at first. Here comes the pitch by Gwen. She dials it up, and Lear fouls that one over the fence. And what a catch. by someone over there just standing on the other side of the bleachers. Tolton fan, what a catch.
Well, Lear went yard her first time up. Another runner on base, same situation. Believe there was even an out in that inning, too. So could use another one of those to put Hallsville back out in front. Pretty big leg kick there by that front left leg. So have to think she's trying to get into one.
Let's see if she can take it to her splash zone over there in right center field, where she hit that crushing, orbiting ball to the right center wall
location.
and way over it.
Good
where that EP sign is.
Location there by Gwynn to make it 1-2. Pitch moving out towards the out part of the plate, gets the called strike, and now is ahead 1-2 on Lear.
Yeah, great pitch there by Gwynn. 1-2 counted. She strikes out Lear, and then they try and throw it over to first there to try and get Lucas, but Lucas able to get back in time at first. So Lear goes down on strikes, and now Meredith Blakemore up to bat for the Indians. Two outs here, 2-2, bottom third. Blakemore up, and pitch upstairs, good eye by Blakemore.
Yeah, I've seen a decent amount of the Hallsville hitters lay off that pitch at the upstairs part of the zone, and right there, Blakemore's able to do it again.
So Blakemore ready and locked in. Here comes the pitch by Gwynn. That one again, good eye by Blakemore. 2-0 count, and Lucas is on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 2-2. Gwynn taking her time on the circle. Here comes the pitch. And laced up. What a stop by the second baseman. Throwing it over to the shortstop. What a job by Tolton there to get out of the bottom of the third. No damage done. 2-2 here on the Show Me Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back.
In today's world, injury prevention is at the top of everyone's list. However, heat-related occurrences get routinely overlooked. Zealous WBGT puts that front and center. By using cutting-edge formulas and technology, Zealous WBGT streamlines and simplifies obtaining and documenting wet bulb globe temperature readings. With a simple touch of a button, you can check WBGT anywhere in the world, receiving alerts when the WBGT goes over the threshold you select. Join the stress-free way to protect student-athletes, employees, and overall operations from extreme heat by downloading the free Zealous WBGT app today. Save time, save money, save lives with Zealous WBGT.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. It's the top of the 4th inning, 2-2, as no runs were scored there in that go-around for Hallsville there in the bottom of the 3rd.
Like to see a rebound inning here by Lear. Gives up the 2 runs in the 2nd, although those came with no outs, so he's always able to rebound in that circumstance by letting no more cross the plate, but hopefully continue that. Going to start against Trim in the bottom of the lineup, so chance to get rolling and keep this thing tied to a piece and give our offense the chance to jump back out in front in the bottom of the 4th.
Yes. Here we go, 2-2. Bottom of the 4th. Or no, excuse me, top of the 4th. Top of the 4th. And that one was fouled by Bella Trim had a little pause there as they were getting that ball as it bounced off the fence down the first baseline. Foul. So here comes the pitch by Lear. And that one almost laced down the third baseline by Trim, but just foul. She's trying to trim one of those fair down the third baseline.
She was. That's a good call right there. She was trying to pull that thing inside the third base bag, but just couldn't do it. Especially Lucas is playing pretty close towards the line, so I think she might get that, even if that is where it's hit.
All right. Here's the pitch by Lear. Good pitch, and there goes Trim. So she's able to get Trim back-to-back at bats, and Lear strikes her out again. So good job by Lear here. Top of the fourth, 1 out, 2-2. She's still dealing.
Yeah, good start to the inning, getting the strikeout. And now against the hitter coming to the plate, left-handed hitter that we saw in Luki, who had a really good approach to get the single her first time up. Let's see if that same strategy works here with nobody on and 1 out.
Nina Luki, number 8.
Same thing.
She slap shots that, and what a catch by Austin. The left fielder way to come up and make the grab.
Luki hit it to the exact same place, and Austin was ready for it. Coming in, edge of the outfield grass, makes the catch just above the knee. That's nicely done by the left fielder, showing off the glove work right there. And 2 quick outs. That's what you love to see to start this 4th inning.
Yeah, great start by this Hallsville Indians defense. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Can Lear retire the side after Austin with a great catch in left field, shallow left field, as she was ready and aware and made a great catch. And good pitch, but outside there by Lear. So a 2-0 count on Nina Luki. Standing tall, bending your knees, now ready for this pitch by Lear. And she fouls that one back over the fence and back over behind us where that other field is. Baseball field. The Hallsville Indians play. Here comes a pitch by Lear, and she fires that one right by her. So now 2-2 after it was 2-0. Let's see what Lear can do here against Nina. Here comes the pitch, and she strikes her out. So Hallsville retires the side, 3 up, 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the 4th here on the Show Me Sports Network. 2-2. We'll be right back.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
And welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. Couldn't ask for a better day of baseball. We thought at first we were going to get rained out, but no rain so far. Have not felt a trickle, have not felt a drop. We are some lucky men, that's for sure, Ben, and especially all these fans. Oh, no, the sun's out again. That's all we need.
See, but the thing is, like, we still got the wind, and there's still enough clouds to where I don't think this is going to be too bad. This is all right.
Ben and I were here Saturday for the softball invitational here in Hallsville, here at the softball fields. And, man, did we get scorched and get
We
burned.
did. So.
And we are glad that the weather is not as hot and as humid as it was all day when we were here on Saturday. It is just gorgeous right now.
Well, Austin made a really nice catch there for the second out of the fourth inning. Hopefully she can take that momentum into this at-bat to lead off the bottom of the fourth and get on base.
Yes, Austin here, the left fielder, making plays out there defensively. Now let's see what she can do with her bat.
1-1 count. Like to see her try and take advantage rather than fall behind into 2 strikes. Be patient. If it's nowhere near the zone, obviously that makes sense. That you would not swing at a pitch nowhere near the zone, but be ready to take advantage of a pitch in the zone.
And she tries to lay down the bunt, and that fouls off the dirt and hits Eva Viox, the catcher. And so we got a 1-2 count on Austin to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Can she get on? So Gwen still pitching here for Tolton. Here comes the pitch, and good eye. Just a little bit upstairs. 2-2. Count even. Austin steps back in the box. Stepped out just for a second, and now she's back in the box. Bat up. She's ready. Fouls that one back against the fence here behind home plate. She stays alive. 2-2. Still the count.
Pitchers are starting to settle in a little bit. Both Alira on Hallsville's side and Quinn on Father Tolton's side. And hopefully Hallsville can break up that momentum. And it all starts with Austin here getting on base, or at the very least putting a ball in play.
Yeah, let's see what Austin can do right here. And another good eye, but what a pitch, though, by Gwen. She's able to fit it in there, and that's a K. Strikeout, and there goes Austin back to the dugout. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, it looked like a close pitch, maybe one too close to take it, a 2-strike count, and now first out of the inning retires. The pitchers keep dominating. Now it's Wildenhain's turn to try and break up that streak.
So like you just said, Ben, pitchers have been dominating here these last half innings of work, and Gwen locked in here. What a pitch there. 0-1 count on Wildenhain. Wildenhain ready for the pitch in her stance. She didn't like that one. And a good eye.
Yeah, top of the zone right there. Could have easily tried to do something with it, but realized that was not going to catch the strike zone, and now is even at a 1-1 count rather than either popping it up or making it 0-2.
Yes, 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch by Gwen, and that one's laced into right field. Base hit. Good hit there by Wildenhain.
Yeah.
And she's on with 1 out.
Hit on the nose right at the right fielder Wallace. I thought for a second she might try and throw it to first because it got right to her on a hop, but Wildenhain was hustling up the line, so Wallace thought better of it, and now a base runner for Hallsville, and we continue the line moving, and with the base runner now on base, potentially Wildenhain could go in motion.
Great hit there by Wildenhain. She laced that one to right field for the single. 1 out here, bottom fourth, 2-2. And Eva Viox, she's making sure nobody over there at first even attempts to lead off because she is firing. Wildenhain on first, not leading off. You got a little short pause here. 15 Robbins, right fielder, looking over at the head coach, telling her a little bit of strategy here, it seems. She lays that one down. That's going to get to the second baseman, and she throws it over to the first baseman. So good job by Bella Trim there to field that one, throw it over to Margot Mills for the out. And Wildenhain goes to second.
Hallsville should be thankful that ball wasn't hit just a little bit harder, because if it would have been, Trim would have had a chance to pick the ball up, tag Wildenhain, and throw for the first for the double play. But because it was hit so slowly, Wildenhain had passed Trim by about a step when she picked it up. If that has just a little more exit velocity to it, that's an inning-ending double play. But now instead you go get 2 outs now still, but a runner in scoring position at second rather than inning over.
You're right about that, Ben. Wildenhain at second. 2 outs here. She's in scoring position. Pitch low by Gwynn.
Interested to see the approach here by Robbins down at the bottom of the lineup, and usually that's not Robbins, but
that is Austin.
Yep, pardon me. No,
Nope.
that's not even Austin. This may be a pinch hitter. Yeah, this is Danica Alley.
Oh,
sorry about
excuse me. Danica Alley here. Sorry, Danica. Did not mean to forget about you.
Looks like she's pinch hitting for Alley at the bottom of the lineup in the number 9 spot. So we'll see if Danica Alley takes over at second, if it's just a straight switch.
Yes. So Alley here going up against Gwen. Wildenhain is at second with 2 outs here in the 4th. Can Hallsville crack this one open like an egg and take back the lead? Here comes Alley. Oh, Gwen again, a wild pitch up and over the umpire and Vioxx the catcher, and now Wildenhain is 40 feet away from scoring. She is at third. So Wildenhain advances on the wild pitch by Gwen from second to third. Here comes the pitch to Alley. That one's upstairs again. So back-to-back wild pitches by Gwen. She needs to get dialed back in here because it seems like she's not throwing as crisp as what she was in the previous innings. Here comes the pitch. Wounds up, and that one's fouled way back. Look out, fans. Luckily, no one's standing there behind the fence. That one fouled back again, back by the baseball field behind us. And Allie's staying alive. Wildenhain at third. Can the Indians bring her home and take the lead going into the top of the 5th? Here comes the pitch, going with the pitch. This one fouled off again by Allie. She's having a good at bat, fouling balls left and right, but she's staying in it.
I like what I'm seeing here by Danica Alley coming in fresh off the bench and is really making the pitcher Gwyn work. And the more and more pitches that Gwyn has to throw, the better chance that Alley is going to get a pitch to hit. And the sophomore here is certainly showing her plate discipline in this at bat.
Very good plate discipline by Alley, and that one's going to squeak through. What a base hit there by Alley, and that brings home Wildenhain. So Alley does exactly what she wanted to do there. Hallsville takes the lead back.
That was one heck of
an
an
at-bat. Now they're
at-bat.
up 3-2 here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. What a hit by Alley, just able to squeak through the first baseman there, not able to field it, and an RBI single by Alley.
Yeah,
what a hit.
Alley taking that one to opposite field. Both the first baseman, Mills, and the second baseman, Trim, going after it. Trim actually died for it. That squeaks its way into right field grass, and once it got through, plenty of time for Wildenhain to score. That's just really good hitting. That's arguably, maybe you had the home run earlier in the ball game by Hallsville's starting pitcher. Lear was better, but outside of that, I think that's one of the best at-bats we've seen all game long.
Yeah, great at-bat right there by Alley. Now she's on first. Hallsville has the lead. They take it back. They're up 2-0 early. Tolton came back, tied it up 2-2, and now they take it back. 3-2 here. There's the pitch. And ball 1.
Jones showing bunt like she usually does at the top of the lineup with that great speed, but noticing that one was going to miss up and away, so she pulled back.
Let's see what Jones is going to do here. She tried laying down 2 bunts, her first 2 at-bats, and she was thrown out by the catcher, Eva Vioxx. Great home plate discipline by the catcher, and she read it perfectly. That one's going to get down, though, and I think she's going to get there, and she does. She's safe. So this time, Jones wins the battle on her 3rd time going around with a bunt, and she gets to lay it down just fair on the left side of the first base line. What a bunt by Jones, and now first and second here for Hallsville with Jones and Alley.
That was the best bunt that she's laid down. Far enough to where Viox couldn't come out of the box and get it. That was the problem with the first two. They just didn't get it far enough away, and the Tolton catcher was able to grab him. This one far enough that the first baseman had to field it, and she was able to beat it out.
Yes, Allie at second, Jones at first for Hallsville. Crocker, the shortstop, up here. Let's see if she can drive in some more runs for the Indians. 3-2 is the score here. Bottom fourth, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch by Gwynn. Can she stop this little surge of momentum by Hallsville? Another ball up and out of the zone. Couple pitches here by Gwynn. She's kind of been a little wild.
1-1 count here. You'd like to see Crocker try and do something with this next pitch. Probably one of the better ones that you're going to get. Don't want to fall behind 1-2 and out to protect the plate.
Yes, 1-1 is the count.
Ooh.
Good pitch by
much.
Gwynn. Did not miss by much. Crocker, very good eyes right there. Just to lay that one off. Thought she was going to try and swing at that one. Great eye. 2-1. Runners at first and second. Allie's at second. Jones is at first. And another good eye, 3-1, and you know what we got, Ben? That's a green light opportunity.
That 3-ball count, you would have to think that most of these Hallsville hitters, especially ones at the top of the lineup, are given the light to try and turn on one right here, especially if 1-1 is floated in there.
Here we go. Green light opportunity for Crocker, and she swings, but fouls that one back to the fence. Yeah, big hack at it there.
You'll take a swing like that in that situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you come up with it, you're either driving it really, really far or you're hitting it in the air. So you maybe even get an advancement on a tag up. But
for sure.
If you're going to swing in a 3-ball count, you might as well swing for the fences. And Crocker did that on that pitch.
3-2 count. Runner still at first and second. Elliott second, Jones at first. Here comes the pitch by Gwynn, and that's outside. And Crocker, great plate discipline by Crocker, the shortstop, and now bases are loaded with 2 outs here for the Indians. Can they add any more runs to put this game in a good spot for them to have a cushion of a lead? But can Gwynn stop this little surge of momentum? We have bases loaded, 2 outs. Gwynn looks to be on her heels here.
Maddie Lucas
with
coming to the
Maddie
plate.
Lucas up.
One of the best hitters you want to see for Hallsville coming up. Had a home run on Saturday. We've seen her work good at bat after good at bat. Love her in this situation. Good take there.
And
pitch
good
just
take
below
by
the knees.
Lucas. Yeah, just below the knees. Gwynn a couple pitches. Last at bat she wasn't able to get that one as well. Not able to get here on the first pitch to Lucas. 1-0 count. Bases are loaded. All the ducks are on the pond for Hallsville. And that one upstairs again. Another good eye by Madison Lucas. 2-0. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bottom fourth. 3-2 Hallsville. And that one's fouled off. And good contact there by Lucas, but not able to put that one in play. So I got a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike on Lucas.
Hopefully she can find a pitch that she can do damage with right here. And pretty good room up the middle, both shortstop and second base for Tolton. Pretty much their normal spots, neither shades that way. And then especially if Lucas were to turn on one, there's a lot of room to work with in that third base side hole.
Here we go. Here comes the pitch by Gwynn. There's the pitch, and Lucas sends that one up into the sky, and she popped that one up. Great catch there by the center fielder. And Tolton gets out of it. What a great job by Gwynn, to only give up 1 run there in the bottom of the 4th. Hallsville takes the lead 3-2 as we go to the top of the 5th here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcart.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt, and we are now to the top of the 5th inning, 3-2 Hallsville. Tolton able to get out of that bottom of the 4th inning with only giving up 1 run. Great job by the pitcher, Gwynn, there. Hallsville left the bases loaded, stranded all the ducks on the pond, and let's see what Tolton can do here in the top of the 5th. Down 3-2. Lear still on the mound for Hallsville. That one's hit, and man, that one was smacked by number 24, Upton Grove. She has blasted a couple balls down that right field line, but just foul again. She's just kind of open stance, and just a ball is kind of just sailing on her, foul to the right.
Well, we'll see what the approach looks like now for Tolton trailing.
And that one's crushed. That one's back, and dropped by the right fielder. Back at the wall, and that's going to be a triple by Upton Grove.
That ball
Upton Grove, what a hit. And she laced that one perfectly right down the right field line for a stand-up triple.
Yeah, that one just continued to drift, and as Robbins moved towards her left, towards that right field line, it just kind of had a little bit of movement on it, and a play that she almost made, but it went off the left side of her glove and drops down. And now you're looking at the difference between out number 1, nobody on, and a runner on third with nobody out, the tying run.
For sure, Ben. Tolton in business. Runner on third in Upton Grove. Upton Grove, what a triple to right field, back at the wall. For a sec, I thought that might have had a chance to get out of here for a home run, a tying home run, but still 3-2. The catcher, Eva Viox, up here. That one hit right to Lear, and she just bunted it up in the air. She tried to lay it down, but that one just got up on her, and Lear able to make the catch. So can Lear find a way to get out of this inning with no damage done? There's one batter down.
Yeah, that's a big out, number 1. Bunt put down, but it's hit straight up into the air, so no chance for the runner to come home from third base. And that's exactly what you need. And now you put yourself in a situation where you either get a ground ball back to the pitcher or a strikeout, and you're looking at a chance to get out of this thing still with the lead.
Let's see what Kate Gwynn can do here. The pitcher versus pitcher duel.
Big cut there, comes up with nothing but air.
Last time they battled against each other, when Kate was up to bat and Lear was pitching, Kate drove in the tying runs. 2 RBI single last time she was up against Lear. Let's see what she can do here. That one skips in off the dirt. Great block by the catcher, Blakemore. Behind home plate to not let that one get away, because Upton Grove could have came from third and scored if that one would have got away from her.
Yeah, that was an incredible block by Blakemore back there. Got the body in front of it, and even though it kicked away, it didn't kick away far.
And good pitch by Lear, but that one's upstairs, and a good eye by Kate Gwynn. So Gwynn taking pitches up in the zone and not chasing. Good discipline by her. She is working Lear here. Here comes the pitch. Good one by Lear. And that is a strike. Good pitch by Lear. 2-2 count. Count even.
Need a strikeout right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This would be a big strikeout if Lear can get it with a runner on third with 1 out, and she gets her. Blows it by her. Strike 3. What a strikeout there by Lear. And Kate Gwynn is walking back to the dugout. What a heater. Smoked it right by her. That's 2, Ben. All they need is 1 more.
Lear reared back and fired that one in there exactly when she needed it, picking out one of her best pitches, and now just needs 1 more.
Yeah, all they need is 1 more here in the top of the 5th after Uptake Grove hit a triple to right field to lead off the inning. She is still at third. Can Hallsville get out of this inning after giving up that triple to Uptake Grove?
Strobel just missed that pitch, fouling it straight back. She was on time, but got barely underneath it. Now on a 1-strike count. Actually, 2-strike count. Just 1 more pitch needed here to try and send us to the bottom of the 5th with Hallsville still on front. Now the only question is, can Lear find it?
Yes, 0-2 count on Strobel. Uptake Grove still at third. This would be a big-time momentum builder for Hallsville if they can get out of this inning, keeping Uptake Grove at third. Here comes the pitch by Lear. She dials it up, and that one's just outside. 1-2 is the count. Or 2-2, excuse me. 2-2. Here comes the pitch by Lear. And great pitch, and that one skied up, and a foul ball.
Good battle here going on. Potentially one of the bigger at-bats of the game. Still got 2 more trips to the plate in innings 6 and 7 after this for Father Tolton, but who knows if they ever see a runner at third base again. This could be the best shot they have, and hopefully Strobel can take advantage.
For sure. After Uptake Grove triple to lead off the inning. A pitch there by Lear. Wow. Called a ball. That one looked like a strike from all the thoughts of the Hallsville Indian fans. But 3-2, full count. There's the pitch, and what a pitch by Lear, but no. Ball 4. Home plate umpire did not think that was a strike. And now Montana Strobel is at first. And now we got base runners at the corners, Ben.
Couple really good takes there by Strobel and a 2-strike count. I would expect with 2 outs now to see Strobel in motion because you don't think that Blakemore would throw down with the tying run at third base. But still just need 1 more out for Lear.
Good pitch by Lear. That one fouled off by Kennedy May. Kennedy would love to bring in Uptake Grove from third to tie this one up. Or blast one over the fence and take the lead. Let's see what she does here. Here comes the pitch by Lear. And May fouls that one off again. So 0-2 count. May is in some sort of a hole. Can she get out of it here? Favored pitchers count.
Well, good work by Lear after losing on the walk to Strobel a minute ago to come right back, get command of the strike zone, and now head 0-2. Just needs 1 more pitch.
Here comes a pitch by Lear. This one down and below her knees.
And Strobel can go ahead and walk to second. That's essentially defensive indifference. No Hallsville player was worried about the base runner there. That's big, though, because now a base hit could give Tolton the lead rather than just tying it up.
Could score 2. So now runners at second and third. Here comes the pitch by Lear, and that one's just outside. So the last pitch, Lear went for the bottom of the zone, just missed. That one to the side of the zone, inside on the right-handed batter, May. She missed. 3-2. And there's the pitch. That one hit to the shortstop. Good stop there. Throws it over to first, and they get out of the inning. What a job by Crocker there to field that one and throw that one over to first, and that's the inning. Hallsville gets out of it. Tolton can't believe it. Still 3-2 Hallsville as we go to the bottom of the 5th here on Show Me Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. And for all of you who have been listening to this game, you know of how good of a game you have on tap here right now. 3-2 Hallsville, bottom of the 5th. They found a way to get out of the bottom of the 4th after Lear, the pitcher who is due up to start this inning, gave up a triple to Uptigrove, the shortstop, and they found a way to get out of the inning, not giving up any runs. Now up 3-2, and here is Lear.
Big momentum boost to end that last inning, and hopefully Lear can carry that into maybe her second home run of the game.
Yes, big momentum booster for sure for Hallsville. Here is Lear. Can she have a multi-home run game? She already splashed one to right center, where we've seen so far since we have covered the Invitational Tournament on Saturday and the game here today is where those balls go. Right center or center is the splash zone here at the softball park for these Hallsville Indians.
Well, we're now in a hole after that called strike, or not necessarily in a hole, but even in a 1-1 count. Interested to see what the approach is here on this next upcoming pitch from Gwen.
1-1 count. Here comes Gwen with the pitch. That one upstairs and gets away from the catcher, Eva Viox. And now Gwen gets the ball after Eva goes back to get it there. 2-1 count on
pitch way high
Lear.
right there. But no harm, no foul since no one on base.
Yep,
So.
no harm, no foul. Here comes Lear, stepping back into the circle. She dials up a pitch, and she throws it in there, and strike called. And some Hallsville Indians fans did not like that. Had some thoughts and words of their own. And here comes the head coach of Hallsville again to home plate to talk to the umpire.
Yeah, there's been a few calls that I don't think the fans or the players of Hallsville believe have went their way in this one, but yet still have the lead and trying to play add-on here. Bottom of the 5th inning, only 6 more outs to work with for the Lady Tolton squad, and I'm sure Hallsville could really try and put a dagger in this one by scoring a couple runs, put this ball game away early.
All right. After the discussion there, 2-2 count. Gwen down up the pitch. Here it comes. And that one's outside. So 3-2 count here on Lear.
Yeah, I think if that was called strike 3, the home crowd may have lost their minds.
Oh, yeah.
It certainly dipped off the
We might have
outside part of the
had
plate.
some food from the concessions going over the fence. And on to the playing field. And that one's fouled back. So Lear staying in it here. Good pitch by Gwen. Still 3-2 count. Bottom of the 5th. 3-2 Hallsville. Gwen looking over to the dugout. Looking to get some signals from her coach there. Here she comes with the pitch, and that one's upstairs. Good at bat by Lear. And what a start to the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, exactly what Hallsville needs, trying to steal some momentum. What better way to do it than with a leadoff base runner, especially one that went deep into the count and Lear had to really work for. And I'm sure that doesn't feel good on the other end for Gwynn.
So Gwynn walks Lear. Lear is at first now. And here is Blakemore. Blakemore looking to do some damage here for Hallsville. Lear is on first, no runners out, and Blakemore is up to hit here.
Infield playing back at the corners, not expecting a bunt.
And that one's outside, good eye by Blakemore. Blakemore not swinging at anything she does not like, and I would totally agree. There's the pitch by Gwynn, and that one's fouled off back behind the fence and over by the concession stand again. And here we go. 2-1 count on Blakemore. Gwynn with the ball in her left hand. And that one thrown. And good job by Eva Viox again. Ball there by Gwynn. But Eva Viox making sure nobody gets any sort of a leadoff. And Lear has to hurry back to first.
3-1 count. Now this is a gigantic pitch coming as you're looking at
3-1, green light. And ball 4. So back-to-back walks by Gwynn. And Hallsville's in business with runners at first and second.
Yeah, now bringing up Austin with in the few times we've seen her bat, seems to be a pretty decent contact hitter. And you could use one here. At the very worst, a ball in play to potentially move 2 runners over, and that would mean just the first out of the inning.
Here comes Austin, the 6th hole hitter, left fielder.
Coach out of the dugout for Father Tolton. This may be it for Gwynn.
Yep, this might be it for Gwynn
Looks
as
like
the head coach comes out. It looks like he's going to take the ball from her. We'll see.
He's looking into the dugout, and I would guess this is it. And it is it. So while that new pitch warms up, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere because Hallsville leads us 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th, and they're threatening to add on. We'll be back in just a moment on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
And welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. Thank you for listening. 3-2 Hallsville here in the bottom of the 5th. They got 2 runners on with no outs. First and second with Lear on second, Blakemore on first, and Austin is the batter here, the 6th hole hitter, the left fielder. Can she do some damage to Tolton?
New look here on the mound with Trim coming into the circle. We'll see what damage Austin and the rest of the Lady Indians can do. Looks like we had a little bit of moving around on the infield as well. Get to that in a second.
Bella Trim, the new pitcher. That one bunted, and she's going to get an infield single. Then the throw is wide. Here comes Lear. And then now she goes to second.
Two runs are going to score?
Yeah, 2 runs are going to score. So a little wild,
Looks
some
like-
massive confusion there.
Looks like the second isn't going to count, though.
No, she's going to go back to third. So Lear is able to come around from third after Austin with a great laid down bunt. Got to first in time. Then an error there by Tolton on the throw to first. Then she was advanced to second. And then Blakemore to third. And so now runners at second and third. Blakemore did come around to home, but then they said she had to go back to third. So only one run scored there by Lear. So it is 4-2.
Now in a one-ball count to
Hallsville.
Wilton Hain on that bunt by Austin. That should have never been thrown. She was easily going to beat that out. Put that ball in her pocket, take it, bases loaded, and instead, because of the error, now a run scored and runners at second and
Yes,
third.
4-2. That one up the middle, and that's going to score another run. And now Hallsville up 5-2. What a base hit there by Wilton Hain.
I'll tell you what, Wilton Hain smokes that ball into center, and that could have been a two-run single if not for an incredible throw home by the center fielder, Sexauer. That was on the money to Vioxx behind the dish and forced the runner Austin to have to go back to third, back in head first. But, yeah, that easily could have been a two-run single, not for the great defensive play. But looks like Hallsville's putting the nail in the coffin right here. Still a long way to go, only a 3-1 lead, but a couple more hits and this game could be put away.
Hallsville adding on 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th, now 5-2. Austin is at third. Wilton Hain is at first.
Still no outs as well. It looks like
No
they're seeing the
outs.
new pitcher into the ballgame, Bella Trim, very well.
Bella Trim has not been able to figure it out since in relief. And then a base hit down the right field line by Robbins. 1 run's going to score, and Austin now make it 6-2 Indians.
That's a great piece of hitting down the right field line. And he, like you said, easily coming home, Austin. Wilton Hain able to go first to third, and Robbins placed that one beautifully. And it just seems like the train is rolling right now for Hallsville, looking to put this one away.
Yes, Hallsville now added on 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. No outs still.
We may be having a pinch hitter here. That's what could be taking so long.
Yes, pinch hitter coming into the game here.
Maybe
for
not.
Hallsville.
Nope, it's not.
Nope.
It's not a pinch hitter.
Excuse me.
It was Danica Alley who came in as a pinch hitter last time up, and she had that great at-bat that at the time gave Hallsville a 1-run lead on the single to right field.
Yes. Now let's see what Alley can do here again. She capitalized the first time when she came in to pinch hit. First and third, Austin at third, Wilton Hain Robbins, at first. Yes, Robbins at first. Wilton Hain is at third. And Alley here at the plate. Let's see what she can do. She lays down a bunt, and the dead ball called by the home plate
I think
umpire.
that bunt may have gone off her foot or something. You could hear it hit something before it hit dirt. I don't know what it hit, but I understand the call right here because it certainly hit something.
Great eyes, Ben. Great eyes. So here comes Alley stepping back into the box after the attempted bunt, which is a dead ball. There it goes. And she's safe. What a steal there by Robbins. From first to second, she just got in there.
I think Hallsville may have got a call right there because it looked like Robbins was a dead duck going to second. Tag was applied down there by Montana Strobel at second, and they ruled that Robbins got under that tag. So now a single could make this an 8-2 ball game with 2 in scoring position.
Yes.
Hallsville finally gets a call to go their way.
Yeah, 6-2. Wilton Hain at third, Robbins at second, Alley here in the hole. That one popped up and, just off the dugout. And good try by the catcher and first baseman, Margot Mills.
Yeah, Mills looked like she had a read on that, and if that just doesn't hit the top of the dugout, she was camped right under it. That's a couple of feet to her right. That's out number 1, and now new life here for Alley. She had that 2-strike hit last time. Hopefully she can do it again and make this a 6-run ball game.
Yes, good hustle by Eva Vioxx, the catcher, and the first baseman, Margot Mills. Alley fouls that one. just on the other side of the third base line.
She's making the pitcher work, and pretty much every Hallsville hitter has made the new pitcher, Bella Trim, work. Still hasn't even recorded an out yet since coming into the ball game, and Allie's continuing to make that hard on her.
For sure, Bella Trim having a tough time on the mound right now. There's the pitch.
That'll bring in a run.
And that will bring in a run. So good job right there by Allie to bring in Wildenhain, and Hallsville adds another run, make it 7-2 now. They've scored 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th, and they have a comfortable lead, Ben.
Yeah, grounder right there, right at the second baseman, Strobel. But good lead there down at third by Wildenhain. She's easily off, unable to score. And although Allie is retired, you'll take it a productive at-bat and an RBI. Move the runner to third as well. Do the same thing here, and it's 8-2.
So here is Jones. So we're back to the top of the order here for Hallsville. Jones is up.
Infield at the corners,
And
especially
Robbins
the first
is
baseman,
at third.
are expecting a bunt here.
Out. Yes. Robbins at third. And Jones attempting another bunt. That one off the home plate. And bounces back to the fence.
Well, no surprise here, Kristen Jones trying to bunt. That's pretty much what we've seen her do in every plate appearance.
1-1 count. Yeah. She is 1 for 3 on the bunting. Let's see if she can go 2 for 4 here with 4 at-bats, all bunting, if she goes for it. And she lays it down again, another great bunt. And the throw sails wide, and she's safe at first in a collision, and she's down.
Well, hope she's all right. Run comes in to score, but that's not what's most important. It was a big collision there between the first baseman, Mills, and Jones hustling up the line. She was going to be safe, and the throw was airmailed and goes out of play. She is still down, but
yeah, so
she took a big hit there, bounced off of Mills basically, and even on an 8-2 game now, not really grabbing the attention of any of the Hallsville players.
No, for sure. Hopefully she is okay. She's still down, trying to stretch it out. She's getting back up, and yes, she looks to be okay. So that's what you would want to see, and good thing she is okay.
Looks like she's grabbing that helmet, putting back on, so she's ready to stay in the ball game as well. And with her speed and the ball being out of play, moves up to second base.
So now she'll advance to second after the wild throw. She's okay.
That was another instance
Good
where the
to
throw
see.
just should have been made because
Yeah.
she was easily going to be safe.
For
And I get
sure.
it.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on really fast. You pick up the ball and are expected to fire it, but if you don't make that throw, runner potentially stays at third, and you're looking at first and third, 1 out, and instead run comes into score, and Jones moves into scoring position, and you can almost guarantee with how fast she is, if Crocker puts this ball into the outfield, she's scoring from second.
Yep, so Robbins came in to score, make it 8-2 now, Hallsville. Crocker up to bat now.
This is the
for
Hallsville offense we saw on Saturday. They're just making things for work right now.
They are really making things work. They have exploded here in the 5th. They have scored 5 runs here in the 5th, and there's still only 1 out. Jones is at second. Crocker up to bat here. Good eye there after Bella Trim misses again. And that one way behind the batter. That one wasn't even close to the plate. That one was like she was throwing it at me, Ben.
I think that hit her belt or her pants leg on the way by. You could hear something, and it just immediately looked wrong. It allows Jones to move to third, but I'd have to guess when she swung that right arm, it hit off the side of her body. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. If
It
I
went
was
more
pitching, I couldn't use that excuse. Good pitch there by Bella Trim down at the knees. So after that wild pitch that ended up over here by me.
If there was no cage, I probably could have grabbed that one. 'Cause I was going right away.
Yeah, you definitely could. Jones advances to third. And Crocker, that one down at the knee. She thought it was ball 4, but no. Good pitch again by Trim.
Well, now she gets a chance to stay in the box and drive in that run rather than take the walk. What more could you ask for?
For sure. 3-2 count on Crocker. Jones at third. Crocker fouls this one off, and that goes over the fence by the Tolton dugout.
Yeah, good
down the first
contact
base
there.
line.
She was just late on it, and now we'll see another 3-2 pitch upcoming, and you would almost guess pretty much that Jones would be off on contact. Unless it's a weak roller back to the pitcher, I would assume that any ball put in play, Jones will be taken off to try and make it those 60 feet towards the plate.
So here comes the pitch by Bella Trim. That one in there and fouled off by Crocker back by the concession stand. So Jones is still at third. Crocker battling here. See if they can add another run on the scoreboard if you're Hallsville. Already have scored 5 runs here in this bottom of the 5th.
Putting together a good at-bat here.
And Bella Trim again with another good pitch, and Crocker fouls that one back to the concession stand. My goodness, there are a lot of souvenir softballs over there by the concession stand. That's probably 5 or 6 now. Here comes the pitch. Trim looking in. Fires that one. That's a base hit up the middle. What a hit by Crocker, and in comes Jones. That's now 5 runs scored. Or make it 6, excuse me. 6 runs now by Hallsville here in the bottom of the 5th. It is now 9-2.
Yeah, Hallsville pouring it on now, and it's just been hit after hit after hit. Only 1 out recorded on the inning, and that was an excellent at-bat for Crocker. And I'm sure she wanted that walk, but I think the RBI single feels even better. Sent that one right back where it came from.
Mm-hmm. Pad the stats right there by Crocker. Good at bat, and she gets rewarded. 9-2 now, Hallsville. This game's getting a little lopsided. It was 3-2 going into the bottom of the 5th. Now 9-2. 6 runs have been scored here by Hallsville. And Lucas is up to bat here for Hallsville with Crocker on first. And good eye by Lucas. That one upstairs and just missed the top of the zone. 1-1. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And pitch by Bella Trim, and she gets the call down low, hit the bottom of the zone there. Good pitch by Trim. 1-2 on Lucas. And Lucas fouls that one off down the first base line. And good just hack there by Lucas. Trim had been getting the reward of the pitches down low in the zone at the knees, and she just fouls that one off. So still battling here.
Just good at bat after good at bat. No, when the at bats have been quick, it's because they've been getting hits, but otherwise been working every single count.
Here comes the pitch by Bella Trim. This one's hammered. He kind of got onto it a little bit too much. Great catch by the right fielder right there in Eva Lawless. So 2 outs now. Lucas pops out to the right fielder. 9-2 Hallsville still. 2 outs, and Lear now up to bat for Hallsville. Crocker at first still after the fly out by Lucas. And the ball down in the dirt, and Eva Viox, she is ready to throw every time when the runner attempts at first to lead off.
Yeah, and she's kept base runners close, that's for sure.
And that one fouled off at the fence here behind home plate. Lear gets a little bit underneath of that one. That pitch by Bella Trim.
I believe Lear led off this inning way back when. Am I correct on that? I think if we batted around at this point, I think she did.
I think you're right. Yeah, you are right, Ben. Lear did start off
that one's down the line.
Inning and let it off, and Lear, what a hit. That gets down the line, and she's going to get an RBI double, and Crocker scores. Now make it 10-2 Hallsville, and it's just a whopping 7 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. 10-2 now Hallsville, and you're right, Ben. Lear started this earthquake effect, and it hasn't stopped.
It's like that turnstile meme you see on social media where it's just person after person coming to the plate and then coming around to score. showing the power. That ball was crushed on the left field line and an easy RBI double.
That one, a good hit there by Blakemore, but that's not going to get down. And finally, Tolton gets out of the inning, but they give up 7 runs here in the bottom of the 5th, and now they're down 10-2. They are in a hole. Stick with us here on the Show Me Sports Network and see if Tolton can find a way to come back here in the top of the 6th.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
In today's world, injury prevention is at the top of everyone's list. However, heat-related occurrences get routinely overlooked. Zealous WBGT puts that front and center. By using cutting-edge formulas and technology, Zealous WBGT streamlines and simplifies obtaining and documenting wet bulb globe temperature readings. With a simple touch of a button, you can check WBGT anywhere in the world, receiving alerts when the WBGT goes over the threshold you select. Join the stress-free way to protect student-athletes, employees, and overall operations from extreme heat by downloading the free Zealous WBGT app today. Save time, save money, save lives with Zealous WBGT.
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. We are now to the top of the 6th, and my goodness, it was a long bottom of the 5th. Hallsville cracked it open with 7 runs there in the bottom of the 5th. They're up now 10-2, and they're looking to close the door on Tolton here in the top of the 6th. Lear still pitching for the Indians.
Yeah, well, like you said, Lear's still pitching. She's been great. All really basically had the one hiccup, and that was the RBI double to left center field by Gwynn. And I think, the 3rd inning? But ever since that, she has been dialed in, and now not for sure about the official decision, but if she goes 1 through 3 and keeps it off the scoreboard and it's 8 runs after 6, that could mean ball game.
So here we go, 10-2. Hallsville with all the momentum. Number 12 for Tolton is up to bat. Ava Lawless, the right fielder. Thank you.
Bless you.
Sorry, I had to sneeze real quick.
Oh, it's all happened.
Nose got a little tickled.
It's better than me when I lost my voice during that touchdown call the other night. You had to take over for me there.
Yeah.
That was a tough break. Always bring water to a broadcast, that's for sure.
That's right. So Ava Lawless up to bat here to lead it off for Tolton. Down 10-2. Can she find a way to get something going for Tolton? Lear's still on the mound for Hallsville. She is dealing. And great pitch. Strike call there. Good pitch. Located perfectly. 3-1. So right now,
I'm sure
Ava Lawless has the 3-1 count, green light.
I'll continue that thought after this pitch, which is ball 4 for a walk. But I'm sure it's got to be tough for Lear going back out there in the circle because she was in between pitches. That was probably, 30 minutes that inning last inning? I mean, you score 7 runs, that was what it was. And it was hit after hit, and 11 girls came to the plate. So that's got to be tough to try and re-get to that momentum, energy going. And I think the coach for Hallsville, Ryan Crane, realizes that because he's immediately going out to have a talk with her after the leadoff walk. But really, there weren't a whole lot of close pitches in that at-bat. It missed both high and low. That ball 4 was skipped on in there. And it's you hear everyone talk, especially with multiple sports in softball and baseball, how hard it is as a pitcher to sit for a very long time in between innings. Even though you're scoring a lot, it's hard to sit, then come back out there and pick that thing right back up. And you see it so often where it starts with a walk and things start to unravel. In the case here for Lear, she's got plenty of run support to work with. We hope she doesn't give up 8 runs, but still got to lock back in and pitch like it's a tie ball game, and I think that's a tough thing to do.
Yep, she's got to stay locked in. See if she can find her way After, like you said, she had been sitting a while after Hallsville's offense put on an onslaught of runs there in the bottom of the 5th in 7. So Lear trying to figure it out on the mound here, top of the 6th. Leadoff runner aboard on first. And a good pitch, but a good eye by Bella Trim. 0-0. Lear dialing up, ball in her hand. Good pitch, but another good take by Bella Trim, and 3-0.
Well, I'll tell you what, hopefully Hallsville and Lear can lock back in because wind's starting to pick up a little bit. I don't know if we're necessarily getting rain, but it is a little bit darker off to our right. There's a strike.
Yeah, it for sure is. That wind is starting to pick up, and not trying to sound like a smarty pants or anything. I am a meteorology minor, so those clouds look like they could bring some rain, but we will see.
That's a beauty of a pitch for another strike.
Good pitch there by Lear, getting her composure back right. 3-2. Bella Trim now having to make contact with a ball in the zone, and she does and fouls that one back. So way to battle back here by Trim to get this one into a manageable count where she can try and get Bella Trim for the 3rd time. She has already struck out Bella Trim twice. And Bella Trim hits a mile-high pop-up to the center fielder. What a catch. Good catch there by Jones.
Well, that's an incredible at bat there by Lear. Following behind a Trim early in the count, then to come back, get a couple called strikes, and then make a pitch that Trim gets underneath. She's on top of that pitch. That one may be gone to left center field because she hit it hard, but got underneath it, and plenty of time for Jones out there in center field to run under it. And now you get your first out of the inning, lock back in, maybe roll one over here and get a 4-6-3 double play. That'd be nice.
Yeah, great job by Lear getting the first out of the inning. So Ava Lawless at first for Tolton with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Lear still on the mound for the Indians. Good pitch and a called strike. Great pitch by Lear right there against Nina Lukey. See what Nina Lukey, can do right here. She fouls that one back and over the Hallsville dugout, just on top of the dugout there, hitting the roof. And she fouls that one away.
It's a nice breeze. We could have used this a couple days ago. It's perfect temperature.
Oh, for
right
sure.
now.
Yeah, great breeze at our backs.
Lukey choking up on that bat again.
And a good pitch and a good picture perfect frame by the catcher, Blakemore, but not called by the home plate umpire. 2-2 is the count.
That would have been a backwards K for out number 2.
Oh, for sure.
Hopefully she can bring a similar pitch. I don't know if I'd take that again in that spot if I'm Lukey.
Let's see what Lear has dialed up for Lukey, and that one's down and away, and ball 3. So we got a 3-2 count, full count.
Interested to see how long the leash is on Lear. Already 1 mound visit this inning. If she were to lose Lukey here in top of the order coming up, interested to see what the coach does.
Let's see what Lear can do here. Lukey hits that one to the third baseman. She fires it over. What a throw. And they get her out for the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, that's huge because that was ball 4, but Lukey went up to try and get it, slap it into left field. Instead, she gets on top of it, hits it on the ground right to Lucas, who throws on the money to first base. And now just 1 more out to get through 6 innings of 2-run softball for Lear. She's also driven in more runs than she's given up, so she could have won this game by herself, at least so far.
Yeah, great job by Lucas there, being ready over at third and firing it over to the first baseman. Now only 1 out away from putting this top of the 6th away. Lear doing a great job here. Runner at second. All she needs is 1.
Just missed on that one to make it 2-0.
Yeah, she just missed. 2-0. Lawless for Tolton at second. The hitter is Margot Mills, the first baseman for Tolton. Or, excuse me, it is the center fielder, Sexauer, the leadoff batter, the number 1 hitter for Tolton. And did she go around? Appeal by the third base umpire?
She did not.
She did not, no.
We've known, so.
So good check swing there by 6 hour.
3-1 now. Let's see what Lear can dial back in with.
Let's see what Lear can do. Green light here for 6 hour.
Ooh, that's hit well.
That one's hit really well. Back. And a great catch by the left fielder, Austin. So Hallsville gets out of the inning. 10-2, no damage done. Great job by Lear again here in the top of the 6th.
And everyone's taking off their equipment, or are they coming back out? Nope, they're coming back out, so we will continue on.
Yes, so they're coming back out here. We thought maybe that would be the end of it with Hallsville up 10-2 here going into the bottom of the 6th. But we'll take a quick break here on the Show Me Sports Network. Don't go away. Don't want to miss the ending of this game.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Welcome back here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Justin Kraft alongside Ben Schmidt. We are now going to the bottom of the 6th. Hallsville is up 10-2, and they are looking to add on more runs and put this game away and make it a run rule in effect. If they do put on 2 more, that would be a 10-run rule, which would just, be the game, Ben.
Yeah, hopefully they can have an offensive inning similar to the one that they just put up, pushing across 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. And now as we head to the 6th, it's going to be right around the same part of the order that led off last inning. Bottom part of the order in Austin, then Wildenhain, a couple hitters that have done damage. And let's see if they can get something going once again against, it looks like, Trim.
Yes, Trim is still out there throwing for Tolton. This part of the lineup has done damage here tonight. Austin, then Wildenhain, then Robbins. Austin up here for Hallsville to lead off the bottom of the 6th. And bunt attempt there by Austin, but she pulls back as the pitch by Trim was down in the dirt and took a big skip. And Eva Viox was not able to get that and came all the way back to where we are at, here at the fence. So, ball 1. And Trim, good pitch. And that's a called strike. Good pitch there by Bella Trim. 1-1 count, 2-1 count on Austin. And that one down in the dirt, so 2 out of the 3 pitches by Bella Trim have grazed the dirt. 3-1 now. Green light here for Austin. And that one coming all the way back here by us. And
doesn't matter if you have the green light if the pitch doesn't make it to home plate. That's
no, for sure. When it's all the way down at your feet, why would you swing at it? That one already in the dirt and at Austin's feet when it was coming her way. And leadoff walk, not what you want to see for Tolton if you're Bella Trim on the mound.
No, not at all, and especially with a good hitter in Wildenhain coming to the plate looking to do some damage.
So Bella Trim, that one outside, and I've been saying this every time Eva Viox gets up out of her stance. I would be afraid if I'm the first, runner on first base, because she is looking to fire, and you better be ready to get back to the bag. Oh, that one, line drive off the Tolton dugout.
Yeah, that was
and
smoked
foul.
right on over there.
Foul by Wildenhain. Might have put a dent in the dugout, how hard she hit it. So Wildenhain up to bat here. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 10-2 Hallsville. Runner on first base, hit by Wildenhain. And Austin is going to stay at second. Wildenhain with a single. So now Austin at second. That one is ripped to left field. And Wildenhain on first. And now here comes Robbins.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for
yes,
Robbins.
Pinch hitter for Robbins, yes.
We saw Calvert play on Saturday.
Yes,
and
Haley
now gets
Calvert.
a chance to hit here, pinch hitting at the bottom of the order.
So Haley Calvert here pinch hitting for Robbins. And just getting back to second was Austin.
So down there, it was a good one, but Austin goes back in head first. See what Calvert can do. You're hoping at the very least you put a ball in play and advance the 2 runners to second and third.
Yes, for sure. Can Calvert make this a run roll and put up 2 more and a whopping 10-run win for Hallsville? Runners on first and second. Austin on second, Wildenhain on first. Calvert in the box. And she fouls that one off, and another souvenir over there by the concession stand.
Well, good work there to make contact, stay alive in a 2-strike count, protecting the zone. Now you're hoping she can send that one right back up the middle rather than behind her.
Yes, for sure. Calvert getting her bat to the ball. Let's just see if she can put one in play. Let's see what Bella Trim can do. She's really fallen apart since she's came in relief of Gwynn. And that one fouled off again by Calvert. So good at bat by Calvert, just battling.
Yeah, she's doing a good job right now, and that's all you can ask for, especially the more pitches that you're going to make Trim, or any pitcher for that matter, throw. And more likely to see one either bend outside the zone and work a walk, or get one right down the middle and do some damage.
She is battling. There's the pitch by Trim, and that one, a nice pitch, but a good eye by Calvert, and that is a ball.
Yeah, top of the zone, Calvert willing to take there. She's now run it even, and one more she could be in her favor at 3-2.
Even count, 2-2. See what Bella Trim is down up here. Ball in her hand, in the glove. Here it comes. That one hammered by Calvert. Foul ball down the right field line.
Yeah, thought off the bat that may have a second to drop in on the right field line, and that would have scored at least 1 run and put the other probably at third base, but it bends foul, and we'll do it again. This becoming now a prolonged at bat. I think we're pushing up near 7 or 8 pitches in this one alone.
For sure. Bella Trim, during this at bat, her pitch count has added on for sure, and it's starting to add up.
Good eye there. Down and in makes it full count, and now you have to throw a strike. I'm sure for Trim it's hard because you felt like you were in control the whole at bat, had 0-2 early, got 2 swings and misses, and now it's full and you got to throw her a strike.
For sure. Full count here on Calvert. Calvert hits this one to the shortstop. Shortstop able to field it, but she's safe. Way to run it out by Calvert. Now bases are loaded. Runners advance to second and third. Austin's now at third. Wildenhain is at second. And what a job by Calvert there to get the infield single.
Yeah, there was just no chance for up to grow. Ball was hit way too slowly. And even though she did everything she could and threw on the money, easily able to beat that out at first base. That's just a great at-bat, great piece of hitting. And good work there to load the bases.
So bases loaded, no outs. All the ducks on the pond for Hallsville.
Sally fouls that one off. She's had 2 really good at-bats since coming in as a pinch hitter. 2-run single to right field, and then an RBI ground out her last time up. You would expect her to put the ball in play here, and it looks like the infield is in. They're coming home if there's a ground ball right at someone with bases loaded.
Yeah, for sure they are. They got to try and keep Hallsville off the board. Allie looking to put more damage on the scoreboard and put this game away.
She's taking big practice swings. She's trying
She
to drive
is.
this ball.
She
way out of
would
here.
love to see a grand slam go out of this park.
Oh, that's foul.
And that one just fouled. So Allie a little bit ahead and early when she's getting her back to the ball.
I'm sure Trim's going to want to attack Allie right here because with Jones waiting on deck, great speed, I'm sure that's not who she wants to see.
And there's Allie. She fouls that one off, and that goes off the fence here behind home plate. Bases are loaded. Allie is really battling. She's showing bunt here, trying to confuse Trim. And Trim throws that one down at her feet. Great play there, and they get the runner at home.
Yeah, that was
great job there.
Slick play by the shortstop.
By the
coming
shortstop, yes.
Up to Grove, fielded that on a couple hops and threw a dart. I mean, back behind the plate, catcher back there for Father Tolton, Vokes.
Yeah,
barely had to move.
Yes, able to get Austin at home. So good job there by the shortstop up to Grove to get Austin out at the plate. No runs scored, 1 out. Bases are loaded again for Bella Trim. There's the pitch and a ball to Jones. Let's see what Jones is going to do here. She's 2 for 4. Her 4 at-bats have all been bunts. Will she swing or will she bunt?
I don't think she'll bunt here. Force at every base. I mean, it'd have to take a good one to not get the force at home.
Let's see what she does here. That one outside. Good
Or she'll
eye
just take
by
till she gets a
Jones.
strike, 2-0 now.
She could. No
Well, this is
need-
tough because if she hits it on the ground, any Tolton defender is going to have a tough time throwing her out. And with the infield in, it leaves them much more susceptible to an outfield single.
Here comes the pitch by Bella Trim. That one low and in the dirt. Great stop by Eva Bayok. She's done a great job catching in this game.
3-0. I think you give Jones the red light right here. Three balls, no strikes. No reason to try and push it right here and potentially ground into an out.
So green light here for Jones.
Oh, green light? I'm going red light. I'm going red light.
Oh, you're going red light.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think you put a swing on
Oh,
here.
all right.
Yep. And that's ball 4. He
All
was
right.
taking all the
Hey,
way.
you were right about that. The red light was in effect for Jones. And a little massive confusion there between pitcher, catcher, home plate umpire. But that's ball 4. Another run comes in. You were right about that. Good red light.
She was starting to move out of the box before that pitch was even caught. I don't think there was any chance she was swinging there.
Yeah.
And gets awarded with a walk. It's now 11-2 and still bases loaded, only 1 out.
True,
with one of your
true.
best hitters in Crocker coming to the dish.
So here comes Crocker. Bases are still
Way
loaded.
high.
And
No
no,
reason to
the
push it
runners
right
are
there.
not going to advance. So good job by the runners to stick to the bases that they are at. They all stay put. Bases still loaded. Run comes in after Jones is walked by Bella Trim. And it is 11-2 Hallsville here in the bottom of the 6th.
Good take right here. Now, Tolton can't afford to push in one more run
No,
here. And
they
behind
cannot.
in a 2-0 count, you would have to guess. I
With
think
only one
Crocker is
out.
going to wait until 1 strike is called here.
Let's see
Could be
what
wrong.
Crocker does here. Will she take the red light as well?
3-0.
She seems like she is in a red light
Crocker,
mood right now as well.
Crocker can just step out of the box here before this pitch even crosses home plate. 7 straight balls thrown. No
Yeah.
reason to swing here. You might even make potentially Trim here after
Yeah,
throwing 2
Bella
straight in the zone.
Trim has lost her command, and she is throwing like myself.
It's ball 4.
And ball 4, here comes another run. So, hey, Crocker, Jones, red light effect, brings in 2 runs.
Yeah, now 12-2, 10-run lead, and 8 straight balls thrown, and it looks like that is
And
going to
that's
do it.
gonna
That's
be
going to
the
be a
ball game.
walk-off walk.
So walk-off walk, what a win for Hallsville. They win 12-2 here tonight. What a game, and thank you for listening here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Yeah, you would never believe that this was a 3-2 ball game heading into the bottom of the 5th.
For sure.
And now after 6, it's a 12-2 win. I mean, this game was close for about 4 innings. We had good pitching performances, even though the final stats won't throw it. Kate Gwynn for Tolton actually pitched a really nice game. Just things unraveled there at the end. And on the other side for for Hallsville. I mean, you look at the starting pitcher and Abby Litter goes the full 6, just 2 runs, and both the 2 runs came on 1 hit. So she was outstanding. Offense in the 5th and 6th worked, incredible at bats, and it's an approach that worked. And I think if you continue to have that same approach for that this season, we're going to be in for a lot of fun in terms of Hallsville.
Oh, for sure. Great win for Hallsville, and they take down Tolton 12-2 this evening. Couldn't ask for a better performance there late in the game if you're the Hallsville coach, because Hallsville capitalized late in the 5th and did it in the 6th, and they put Tolton away. And Welcome to My House is playing again, and that must be the winning recipe for success for Hallsville.
It's hard to win in Hallsville's house, so I mean, I think that's a good one to go with. And we're going to turn to JV. We will not have coverage of that, but the fans here are going to stick around for that one, and it'll be a happy wait in between, because another good showing for Hallsville. They've got their season off to a good start, and who knows what the final tell will be at the end of the year, but at least early this looks like a momentum that could kind of carry, because this looks like a really good squad from top to bottom.
For sure. And thank you for joining us here on this Show Me Sports Network. Don't miss out this coming Friday, Hallsville football versus Centralia. They will be at Centralia. Cameron Payne and Ben Schmidt will be on the call. They will do a great job helping Hallsville get the win. And
a good one.
We'll see what happens there on Friday night. But thank you for listening here this evening. From myself, Justin Kraft, and Ben Schmidt, this is the Show Me Sports Network. And thank you, and good night.
You've been listening to the biggest and absolute best coverage in mid-Missouri on the exclusive home for Hallsville Lady Indians softball, the Show Me Sports Network, and the Lady Indians Radio Network. The Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew are the ones that know your Lady Indians the best. Exclusive coverage of Hallsville Lady Indians softball has been brought to you by Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Hallsville Athletic Boosters, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, Sawdust Studios, and Zealous WBGT. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Join us anytime on the web at ShowMeSportsNetwork.com or find us on Facebook by searching the Show Me Sports Network.
Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The preceding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.